Imagine, if you will, a world just beyond our own, a place where reality fractures, where the mundane becomes deeply unsettling. We call it the Backrooms. Our journey begins with the tales whispered online, stories of unsuspecting individuals falling through the cracks of our world. And into the Backrooms. Imagine, you trip, stumble, and find yourself no longer where you were. You're surrounded by endless yellow wallpaper, the hum of fluorescent lights a constant drone. This, my friends, is level 0, the entry point to this labyrinthine nightmare. But there are deeper levels, each more unsettling, more disorienting than the last. Join us now as we delve into the chilling depths of the Backrooms, through the lens of those who dared to document their experience. This is their story. Our first glimpse into this unsettling realm comes from a lost video blogger. He calls himself Dan. He stumbles, disoriented, into view.
I don't know how I got here.
Dan stammers, his voice echoing strangely. The air is thick with the smell of damp carpet, stale air, the only sound, the ever-present hum of the lights. Days blur. Dan's footage captures the monotony, the despair of this place. He walks for hours, the scenery never changing, the yellow wallpaper, his constant, unnerving companion. He begins to see figures in the distance, fleeting glimpses, gone before he can get close. Are they real or hallucinations brought on by this place? The question lingers, unanswered. The footage cuts abruptly, static, then a new scene. This time the camera work is more frantic, the lighting dimmer. This is level 1.
I'm lost, separated from my friends.
The walls are bare concrete, the air thick with dust and the smell of decay. We hear a woman's voice filled with terror. This is Sarah. Sarah's footage is a study in fear. She sprints through the corridors, the camera shaking, her panicked breaths echoing in the darkness. Something is hunting her. We only catch glimpses. A flicker of movement at the edge of the light, the sound of something heavy dragging across the floor. The hunt is relentless, primal. The footage ends with a scream. Then, silence. The camera falls to the floor, capturing one final image. A pair of glowing eyes, staring down from the darkness. The next segment is different. The camera is still, the image clear. We are in level 2. This is not a found footage recording. This is a surveillance tape. The room is sterile, white. A single chair sits in the center. The walls are lined with monitors, each displaying a different scene from the Backrooms. The audio is a cacophony, whispers, screams, the drone of machinery. Then a figure walks into the room. He seems at home here. He sits in the chair staring at the monitors. Is he a prisoner or a keeper? Is he observing or controlling? The answer, like everything else in the Backrooms, remains elusive. The footage ends. We are left with more questions than answers. The Backrooms, it seems, are not just a place of random terror. There is an intelligence at work here. We shift now to a worn VHS tape. The tracking line's a stark reminder of its age. This is level 3. The air is thick with dread, the silence broken only by the mournful creak of metal. The footage is a series of disjointed images. A child's toy lying on the floor, a message scrawled on a wall in what looks like blood, a fleeting glimpse of a figure in the distance, tall and emaciated, its limbs unnaturally long. There are no screams here, no frantic chases, just a pervasive sense of wrongness, as if this place itself is a living entity, feeding on the fear of those who enter. The cameraman, whoever they are, is no longer trying to escape. They are documenting, bearing witness to the horrors of this place. They know they are trapped. The tape ends with a single haunting image, a close-up of the cameraman's face, reflected in a puddle of water on the floor. His eyes are wide with terror, but behind the fear, there is acceptance. He knows his fate. He knows his... The Backrooms, a place where reality bends and breaks, where the familiar becomes alien, the mundane, terrifying. Are these stories real? Are they elaborate hoaxes? Or is there a darker truth at play? A truth that suggests our reality is not as solid, as secure as we believe it to be, that the Backrooms are closer than we think. Perhaps the next time you find yourself in a place that feels off, a hallway that stretches a little too long, a room that seems strangely familiar, yet unsettlingly wrong. Don't ignore the feeling. Don't turn away. You might just be one step away from the Backrooms.